Hello, good evening, and welcome to Try Not to Die Thursday, where I will be playing Sunless Sea and sailing east. That's all I actually remember from last week, is that I was sailing east, so I need to check my quests and things to try to remember what I was sailing east for this time. Because I've completely blanked. My memory is gone. Pretty much, Ark. I was sailing east and hoping to find ? And trying not to die. Which is the whole theme, so, starting well tonight. Starting well. So, we start with my journal because I admit that before I started the stream, I was trying to go through here and remind myself what the heck I was doing. I have all sorts of things from the Isle here from last week. Oh, if that worked, but I haven't been able to do a handstand since I was 11. At best. Maybe 10. Unless it was underwater, but that's another matter entirely. Well, the many attempts were made at sports in when I was a child, so many sports and such and things were tried, and gymnastics was one of the things that was attempted. So I know I did at least a couple of handstands, or at least handsprings in gymnastics, but I was never terribly good at them. My balance has been a little odd my entire life, and my depth perception has been non-existent pretty much my entire life, which makes a lot of sports extremely difficult. I've spent a great deal of time upside down in water, though, because I spent a good 5 years learning synchronized swimming. So, a lot of time upside down in water, but not so much time upside down on land. I didn't even make it to baseball, Arc. I failed at t-ball. Okay, my father's bones. Oh yes, I was going east because I was looking for the chelinate because of my father's bones. That's it. I was trying to find the turtle. That was the reason that I decided to sail east, because I wasn't having any luck finding Mount Palmerston, so I decided to try to find the chelinate instead. Now I remember. So, I was just sailing straight east from London and seeing what I found, and I found the Isle of the War between the rats and the guinea pigs. Yes, the grand sport of t-ball was tried when I was extremely, extremely young, as most t-ball attempts are, and I failed miserably. Because, as it turns out, if you want to hit a ball with a stick, it's good to have depth perception so you know how far away the ball is from you and anything else. It really helps. So I guess we'll just sail off from Pigmote and go a bit north and then continue eastwards, releasing the bat every now and then. I think that's a plan. So we want to go this way. I want to do is be slightly northward of this island and then head east, I think. The Dubois Maelstrom. Oh, don't want to sail into that. Turning east a little earlier than expected, I think. Discovered Errant's Gyrus. Oh, it's a structure. Does that mean there's a port around here? Hey, Bat. Port Cecil is some distance to the east. That sounds useful. That's really close, whatever it is. Oh, I can just see it on the edge of the map there. Oh, no, 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 no. I don't want to be dealing with a moray, no. Me and the moray are not getting into it here. Oh, it's faster than I am. No. Aha! Not very long if that moray has anything to say about it. Alright, Port Cecil, a sourceless silver glow, a haven for players of games. Rumpled convolutions of coral fill the water, shimmering with silvery light. The harder you look, the more you see shapes amid the chaos, almost as if they were sculpted. This one could be a crenellated castle, that one a horse's head. A neat little port huddles into the side of a coral island, prosaic imperial docks and houses tucked away in a baroque organic chaos. In that curious silvery light, among the frozen chaos of coral, the scene has the unreal air of a pencil sketch, crumpled and discarded. Oh, I found this place in my previous life. I remember playing chess here. So, there is chess. Chess is popular in the Principles. The port is full of exiles, drunks, and washed-up Z-traders. They all play, often obsessively. Be careful. The chess pieces are carved from scintillac. Here in the Principles, that can be very dangerous. That's a straightforward challenge with a 100% chance of success thanks to my amount of pages. Interesting. Explore the coral knoll around Port Cecil. Sea laps dark around silvery coral. Humps and columns rise from the coral, a bewildering maze. Go carefully. Gather intelligence. What happens here? That should be the port report. Yes, that's the port report. We will be doing that. Put a Blemmigan ashore. Are you certain you're going to do that? I don't have a Blemmigan, so... Well, I do, but... Hello, Demiser! Welcome! I will probably play a bit of chess, but first I'm going to read through my options. Sell your Opposian's chess piece. If you have no other use for it, one of the chess addicts certainly will. I don't have one of those, but I could. And gather scintillac. The best of the coral will fetch a high price in London, but walk the reefs of the Principles and you risk delusion and despair. Take your crew and go carefully. I have no hull space, so I definitely will not be doing that one. And it only has a 28% chance of success anyway, but without having any space in the hold, there is no point in risking anything. So, the first thing is, let's generate a port report. Chess, dreams, silver light. The older inhabitants of Port Cecil carry coral incrustations like a disease, splotched with silvery light. They like to go up into the limestone heights behind the harbour, to lay their heads against the pillars and towers, stare at the roof beneath, dream open-eyed. Sometimes they speak of things far away, the Khanate's work, the smuggler wars, the Fathom King's secrets. Perhaps it's not all invented. I now have one port report. Okay, so let's play a round of chess, shall we? A disciplined success. Odd thoughts bubble up each time you touch a chess piece. This one longs for home. That one has a secret desire for revenge against the slayer of its rank mate. This will be a queen one day. Those would do better as metal. You taste the metal. You ignore these thoughts and move methodically to a victory over your opponent. He blinks. Checkmate? He asks helplessly. Win enough games and something else will occur, like my tablet restarting again! Why? Success in a pages challenge. Gained a pages. Got an opening moved and gained 50 fragments. Okay, I'm going to actually set this on Be Right Back for just a moment, because the tablet is restarting, and I realized that I forgot to get my coconut water before starting this stream. So while the tablet is restarting, I'm going to go get my drink, and I will be right back. And I return, cold liquid on the desk in front of me now. Such lovely cold liquid in this heat wave that we are suffering at the moment. And I'm just getting my Twitch app started back up again so that I'll be able to see chat again. She said aloud, hoping that the app would hear her. Come on. You want to give me your chat, my chat. You know you do. Well, I think I mentioned this the other night, Ark, but the memory of the tablet is incredibly full. And I think that's what happening is that I've overrun the memory and it just sort of crashes and restarts. But I don't know what's taking up all the memory in my tablet, so I can't fix the problem. But I do have my chat back again. So, you know what, let's play another round of chess because I like raising my pages. And that is the same text as before, and I've advanced to initial gambits. The coral is changing. And got 100 fragments. Very nice. Becomes a chancy challenge on the third go-round with only a 49% chance of success. Huh. Not my best chances. I wonder. Oh, they do buy and sell supplies here. Possibly I should start keeping a list of all the ports that actually buy and sell. But not today. So, I'm not going to pause it this time because I would like that moray to go further away. Well, I think my best bet to avoid the moray and continue with what I was doing is to take this extremely tight right-hand turn eastward out of Port Cecil. So let's see if I can pull this off. Come on, boat. I know you can do it, boat. You can do it. Aha! Wreck of the Emperor Wolfgang. Oh, I didn't explore the Coral Knolls. Oh well. Oh my, there's another one. It's going to increase terror to run Lightless, but it's better than getting into battle with a moray eel. Oh, we're back to the oddly solid lily pads, I see. I remember those from my previous life. We watch for fungal pads in the Sea of Lilies. There is a prison here, guarded by knot oracles. What the heck are knot oracles? Sea of Lilies is some distance to the south. But what about this place called Wisdom that's just below us here? Let's have a look at the map anyway. And the port's on the other side, of course. Oh, nope, 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 nope. Whoop, wrong way. No, 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 no. Oh, no, this is bad. This is very bad. Particularly tormented shark? No, no. And there goes the tablet again. This is not the right time, tablet. It is never the right time. I think I may have to get a new tablet. I don't wanna. I like this one. Whoop. I have evaded the shark. Wisdom, the prison walls are mercilessly steep. Nupit built this place as a prison for the Khanate. Now it answers only to its governor, and its governor answers to no one. Hand over a prisoner. Oh no, we'll pay you, the unctuous fellow says. We can always find a use for another pair of hands. We get lonely, you know. Lonely. I don't actually have a prisoner, so that's not happening. Exchange a secret for a prisoner. Wisdom has many, many secrets, far more than one might expect them to glean from the prisoners, but a discerning scholar might identify a secret which would tempt even the governor of the prison. This is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. Unlocked with a searing enigma and 175 pages, of which I have 33. That's not happening. So, well, I continue to try to get the tablet to turn back on again. Alright, there's also compiling a port report. Watch the comings and goings. Alright, we've got the tablet restarting. Ransom a prisoner. Wisdom will release prisoners on payment of an eye-wateringly high redemption fee. It's not entirely clear whether this constitutes bribery or a legal instance of Khanian mercy. This is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. It's a high-risk challenge with only a 13% chance of success, and costs 3,000 echo, which I do not possess. Rescue a prisoner. Scale the walls. Enter through the overflow pipes. Evade the guards. Secure your rescuee without raising any alarms. Don't get eaten by giant toads. You only get one chance at this. It is unlikely to be profitable unless you have someone specific in mind. High-risk challenge with only a 21% chance of success. I have no one in mind. Let's just make a port report, since that is the only thing we can do here. Not so many goings. Ships from the Khanate are most common, but you see Chelenite vessels, polythreme triarms with chained and sulky unfinished men, corsairs disposing of their miscreants, even one furtive Iremi skiff. The wardens pay them well for their prisoners. I now have a port report for Wisdom. Okay. I'm starting to run out of east, but there is still some east left. So I'm going to attempt eastward. Which has the continuing added advantage of being in the opposite direction of where the shark is. Always a good thing. Although not hitting that island directly in front is going to be an interesting exercise. We'll just take ourselves around the southern edge. And then back up again. Well, there's a light here. That can't be a bad sign. Discovered Portia's Reef. Okay, that's what the light is attached to. What is this? The Gant Pole. Another Z-Beast corpse afloat. So much carrion. We approach the Chelenate. The Chelenate! We're close. We're nearby. Bat! Find it! Or never mind, there's a port right here. Yawn, big turtle. With its own theme music. A shell as big as a wild dream. The Chelenate. Waves lap the slabby sides of vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. And your father's bones, the bone men. The bone men are the priests who guard the Chelinate's relics. Should I explore the city or go straight to the father's bones? Decisions. And delaying while I bring my chat up again. There we go. Yeah, let's explore the city and then confront the bone men. Waves lap the slabby sides of a vast turtle shell, bigger than any cathedral. Chelinates loaf on wooden docks around the shell sides, staring sullenly. Lamps hang like decorations in a festive butcher's window. All around you, the sea is rank with scraps of ancient flesh. Alright, shore leave at the Chelinate. Beer and roistering are cheap here, but the hunters of the Chelinate take their roistering seriously. You can't be sure your crew will make it back safely. This is a high-risk challenge with only a 20% chance of success, thanks to my low iron, because my gunnery officer is gone. Which costs 30 echo and more than 1 terror. Alright, obtain a doomed monster hunter. The Chelinate is stiff with monster hunters, awash with the pelican juices that give them strength. A good number of them are doomed, too, but you need to provide for their families. That costs a captivating treasure, which I don't have. Compile a port report. How does one express this very striking smell? And tales for the bone. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. Well, let's start with the port report, as we always do. The limits of meaningful expression. No matter what details you try to record, the stench creeps in around the edges of the sentences. The Chelinites, watchful despite the reek. Movement among the miasmic scraps of long-abandoned monster carcass. Frequent duels where the stink is thickest. Alright, we now have a port report detailing the details of the smell. Let's try this Tales for the Bone thing. Someone is crying unusual wares. Follow the sound. The Scrimshaw Chronicler. A scrawny man squats beneath an awning of gaunt-colored whaleskin. Bring me your tales, he cries. Tales for the bone. Bring him a tale, see what wonders he can work. Pay the chronicler to inscribe a Z-story onto a hunting trophy, and you'll receive an outlandish artifact. Costs 1 supply, 1 story, when you don't have one, and with a hunting trophy. You know what? I'm low on supplies, but I really kind of want to do this. I'm gonna do this. The bones of the matter. Whistling, the chronicler does his work. With a flourish, he returns you a beautifully engraved piece of bone. A good tale, he concedes. Good enough. He leans closer. You're a Z captain, aren't you? Bring me a tale worthy of the bone, and I'll shape something worthy of you. I've long sought the tale of the glory's end. Glory is what we call this beast. He gestures around you at the turtle's shell. None still live from those days when we slew her, but the saying is, the tale still lives on history's beach. Bring me that tale, Z captain, please. An occurrence. Your memoir's glory bones quality is now the Scrimshaw Chronicler has asked you to seek the tale of Glory's death on history's beach. I've gained 1 outlandish artifact, lost a supply, lost a Z-story, and lost a hunting trophy, alas. So, that... interesting. Okay, so, my father's bones. Let's deal with that. The bone men are the priests who guard the Chelonites' relics. The urchin Slivy said they keep your father's bones, but why? This bone man snarls at you from behind a mask of white clay. We do not lightly give up our treasures, he intones. What will you offer us? Oh boy. A stolen bone. You dicker and argue for hours. The bone men won't accept secrets, money, or even hunting relics. But, one says at last, but if the Fathom King will return what he has stolen, then we will relinquish your father. Only then. Travel to the Fathom King's hold to pursue this quest further. Visit the Fathom King. Where is the Fathom King? Okay, do I have that on my list? I don't think so, because I've heard the Fathom King mentioned, but not that he actually has a place to be found. So I'm going to add it to the list as a blank after the Isle of Cats. Fathom King's Hold. I'm going by the name, I would guess that he's found where the ocean is the deepest. But where is the ocean deepest in this world? Okay, so I need to visit the Fathom King. Do you have any... Nope, they do not offer any clues on where the heck the guy is. Oh boy, that's just cruel. Well, going by the name Fathom King, that is what I would expect, is where the ocean is very deep. But where is the ocean very deep in this world? I don't know. That is the problem. You're as helpful as the game is, Hark. Well, my supplies are running low, so I guess I should start heading back towards London. I'll try to sail far enough north that I hit this line of boxes that I haven't touched. Oh, what do we got here? Horrors below. Sailors at the rail call softly. Something swims beneath the ship. I saw it looking up at us, one says, his voice a tremble. Call them away, don't look. Or bring out the nets. Well then let's catch it. That is a tough challenge with a 40% chance of success. No, you know what? Don't look. Don't look. A shudder in the hull. Whatever's down there, it's better not to know. They'll forget soon enough. Lost one terror. Now nervous. I remember in the trailer for this game there was an image of one of these little ships just sort of sailing along and an eye just opening in the ocean underneath them. Whoop. Not dealing with that. I don't know what that is. It looks like it would be terribly damaging. Sea bat? Don't eat my bat. Please don't eat my bat. Okay, have we gone far enough north yet? Just about. Just a little bit further. do we have here? A lighthouse? Oh, I've gone too far north now. Admittedly, I did have to go around this rib cage, so I have an excuse, but darn it, I'm trying to be methodical. Another Z-beast corpse afloat. So much carrion. We approach the Chillinit. Discovered Commingle? Is there a port associated with Commingle that we just discovered? Polythreme. A place that I have not been in this life. Alright, we're going to turn northward. Yeah. Maybe if I'm lucky, I can buy some food here. Oh, tight turn, tight turn. Haha! Polythreme, here is screaming. Taciturn claymen. Taciturn claymen, evasive clothes colonies, walking like humans, cobbles that groan underfoot. On the hills above, a palace villa of marble, but even that wreathes like buried bones in an earthquake. Gather intelligence. What news from Polythreme? That is the port report. Shore leave. Drink beer that wails from cups that sob, if you like that sort of thing. Polythreme is an expensive place to reduce terror. 30 echo. Carry clay men to London. Are they passengers or cargo? They're certainly the easiest passengers imaginable, unless one turns out to be an unfinished man. If you have 6 units of cargo space available, you can take them. Okay. An audience with the king with the 100 hearts. The clay broker, leaning on his copper staff, examines you coolly. The king will see your little friend, he says. No, he won't see you, not just now. He gestures for you to hand him the watchful curio, which I don't actually have. Let's get a port report. What news? What lives? The king with 100 hearts rules from his palace above the city. He is never seen. He makes no treaties with other lands, but there's unrest in the air. The claymen you speak to are obedient and humble, but they speak nervously of those who are not. The maimed, the rebellious, the unfinished. Well, that's a port report, and a growing concern? Okay. Oh dear. That is unfortunate. I could have sold my sapphires here, but I threw them overboard so I could have more fuel. And I can't buy any supplies here. We are clay. We will work, we will only work. This trio of clay stokers will reduce crew requirements, but also crew capacity, and will slightly increase engine power. They are fitted to an auxiliary slot. When they are not in use, they will stand patiently, hands by their sides, flat gray eyes unreadable. One will say sometimes, I like it when it's quiet. Quarters -3, which I can't afford because I only have 2 slots right now. Engine power plus 250, iron plus 5. Well, I couldn't take them. I really wanted food. Apparently that's not happening. I'm not going to do the shore leave. I'm not going to carry claymen to London. So I guess I'm just going to go? Yeah, south and west. Assuming that I get out of this port without hitting the peninsula. There we go. I have found many places, one of which was one that I was actually looking for, which is great. Okay, we're in the Sea of Lilies again? Okay, I want a little bit further south. But not far enough to get the notice of that moray. Nope, 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 nope. I am too small and too delicate to be getting into those battles. We hear those voices that will not be drowned. This is the Sea of Voices. We are close to Polythreme, where nothing is truly dead. Was there anything besides Polythreme that I was looking for in the Sea of Voices? Nope, the only place I have listed in the Sea of Voices is Polythreme, so... You know what, I'm gonna send out the bat anyway, just on the off chance. No islands within range. Not unexpected. Oh, the Khan's Shadow! Maybe I'll be able to get some supplies there. I'm a little worried about having only 7 food to get all the way back to London with. Plus, you know, maybe my gunnery officer has gotten tired of the place and she'll come back. Maybe. Your faith in my skills is remarkable, Ark. Although admittedly not a lot of this game is skill, it's a lot of luck. Alright, Khan's Shadow. Long ago, the Khanate turned its back on its warrior traditions. It has no place for pirates and would-be nomads, so here, in the shadow, the exiles make their home, amid 100 wrecked, grounded, decommissioned ships. Alright, acquire a doomed monster hunter. The rebel lords of the Khanate are hungry for the secrets of the Dawn Machine. One amongst their number will volunteer to die for you, should you provide what they need. This one wants an element of dawn. Ugh. Alright, compile a port report. So many malcontents, so little time. Closely written notes. Conniving, debauching, speechifying, drinking, singing, speeching, poeting. Now and then, a drunken duel. Very occasionally, a savage ritual murder. And no sign of my gunner. She's gone. But do they sell food here? They do not. They sell Stygian ivory and human souls. Wait, traveler's friend, fuel, supplies, and wonders. Oh, show me for not checking to see if there's more than one shop. A mirror catch box full of very angry dream snakes? That's a very specific name for an item there. A sullen Viric glow leaks from within. Sometimes it rattles. Best not to open it. Oh, then they sell outlandish artifacts. Oh, they also buy them. They sell an empty mirror catch box. This is very concerning. Empty mirror catch box. A chest with an embedded matrix of mirrors. An unlikely device for capturing sunlight. Oh. Captivating treasure. You'll look away eventually. If you've made an ironclad will, you can convert these into heirlooms for your successor. Oh. If I make it back to London with it, And Milebreaker. This frankly sinister device reduces the amount of fuel that an engine uses. It also really frightens the crew. Apparently, that's necessary. Fuel efficiency plus 10%, hearts minus 10. Equips to aft. I don't even know if I have an aft slot, and I'm not going to check. Okay. Okay. I will buy the captivating treasure. And I will buy supplies. And I will hope that 10 supplies sees me back to London, because that is a lot of money. Alright. If I knew somebody who would buy Stygian ivory, I would buy some, but I don't. Okay, so I actually want to go dead south of here. Assuming that I don't run into anything in both literal and figurative senses. Whoop, there's some islands in the way. Why are they floating if there are islands right here? The principles of coral. The corpse rainbow glows from beneath the waves, echoes the false stars above. And that's another eel. We're doing a definite Yui. We're going to go above the eel. We are above the eel's notice. The Salt Steps. This is the domain of the new Khanate. Okay. There's no such thing as an illegal U-turn in the middle of the ocean. Discovered Bidmead reefs. I'm discovering a lot of reefs. That's concerning. But we're still going to send out the Z-Bat every now and then. Just to see what it can see. I'm trying to head towards these two squares that are just below me that remained undiscovered. Lick a monkey crag. We're just going to pause and we're going to contemplate exactly how that place got its name. Also, creeping tendrils of fungus, Z-weed, unnameable flora, we enter the snares. These are all questions probably best left unanswered. Okay, that's another one of those whirlpools. I do not want to go into that. Ah, Labyrinth of Eels. That sounds like a place that I may not want to sail into unless I'm combat ready. But perhaps if we just sail through this bit, it will register as having been noticed? Or have I been here before? Well, either way, if we continue on this heading, We should reach Hunter's Keep before too long. But yes, the name of that crag is concerning because it brings up many questions to which the answer is concerning. Very, very concerning. Also, I didn't know that there were still monkeys down here. I thought there was just, you know, bats and eldritch horrors and eldritch horrors pretending to be bats. Alright, we're nearly to Hunter's Keep. Well, monkeys did get to the moon, but it was mainly because we sent them there. So that brings up more questions about the licking of these monkeys. My concerns are starting to have concerns. Let's stop in and see if the sisters want to say hi. Hunter's Keep in darkness, a hump of rock swathed in mist like 100 other Untersee islands. A grand house rises on the rock, a silhouette empty of lights. The uncut grass on the lawns bends, rises, bends again in the breeze. You smell damp stone, and faintly, blood. Oh no, the sisters have disappeared again. Oh, I thought that not visiting them as often would hold this off, but no. Okay, go up to the house, crunch across the gravel up to the door. The brass of the door knocker is tarnished. The paint is beginning to peel in the salt sea air. No one answers, but the door is unlocked. This is a chancy challenge with a 56% chance of success. We're gonna try it. We're gonna try it. That's a success. Words in darkness. The hall is dark, the parlor too. There are signs of disturbance here and there. A smashed cup, an overturned piano stool, scratches on the walls. You bend to pick up a page of paper and hold it to the light. It's an unfinished poem. You think the handwriting may be Phoebe's. The absent moon, the gnawing hunger in the heart. The well, the sea, a great many crossings out. There are sounds from downstairs, from the kitchen. You push open the door cautiously. Something clings to the ceiling. Something turns yellow eyes onto you and hisses. That was a success. I've explored the house. I've gained terror. I'm definitely fearful now. Gained 10 fragments, and something has changed. No kidding! Alright, so now we have the thing in the kitchen and the silent house. Let's try the kitchen. The yellow-eyed maid clings to the ceiling like a lizard, fierce and wiry in her ragged uniform. She hisses furiously. When you advance a step, she scurries away to the far end of the room, still on the ceiling, weeping. There's catch her with a net. She's dangerous, and somehow you suspect you may not have much time. That's a tough challenge with a 40% chance of success. Or there is coax her down. Whoever and whatever she is, she's suffering. That's a tough challenge with also a 40% chance of success. Unfortunate. So, hearts or iron? Iron or hearts? That is the question. Neither chance is terribly good. Perhaps we'll see what the silent house offers. The silent house. The house seems empty. All is still. Why then do you have the sense that there's not much time remaining? Search the house. Discover whatever you can about what happened here. That's a tough challenge with a 33% chance of success due to my low mirrors. Or loot the house. Musical instruments, curios, jewelry, even Phoebe's paintings will sell. It's robbery, not salvage, but if you don't, someone else may. I want to search the house. I don't give much for my chances, but I want to search it. I'm going to try. It's only a 33% chance, but I'm going to try anyway. Figure out what happened. A distant song. You cock your head and listen. Someone is singing, a woman's voice. Soft o'er the fountain, lilting falls the southern moon. The sound takes you up the winding stair to the turret at the back of the house. You try the door at the top, locked. The sound ceases. It was Phoebe's voice. You call out to her. What happened? We wanted their stories, she explains reasonably. We only wanted their stories in the beginning. We get so starved for stories out here. But then Lucy, she breaks down in sobbing. Want us to break down the door, your bosun whispers? While you're considering the answer, one of your crew swears and points. Smoke is leaking from beneath the door. I deserve an ending, Phoebe calls out. When you press your hand to the door, you can feel the heat on your palms. That's a success. The house on Hunter's Keep is aflame. I've gained a tale of terror, I've gained 2 more terror and 40 fragments, and this is all very concerning. Phoebe the arsoniste. The fire begins in Phoebe's turret room, but it spreads quickly. Sailors tumble choking from the door as the smoke billows out. The yellow-eyed maid leaps from a window and streaks across the lawn on all fours. Well, I appear to have lost my chance on that one. Watch, it's all you can do. Or save Phoebe. Her mind may be lost to grief and madness, but at least perhaps you can save her flesh from the flames. This is a straightforward challenge with a 92% chance of success. Save the girl. Oh, that's a failure. And I got an achievement for the fall of the house. Oh no. The flames beat you back. You and your crew try again and again to reach her. To no avail. The turret collapses. A sailor goes with it, screaming desperately. The spine of the house breaks with a roar as the roof falls in. Sparks fly up towards the false stars so far above. The death of the house takes hours, but it is total. Only a cindered shell remains. Of Phoebe, you find nothing. Lost 1 crew. Lost 5 terror. The house on Hunter's Keep is a blackened shell. I have a port report for Keep's End. And my acquaintance Phoebe's fate quality is now lost in a fire. That's all for now. Oh no. Hunter's Keep in ruins. The lawns are weedy meadows walked by the wind. Pick over the ruins of the great house. Fungus and cavern vines are already reclaiming the masonry. Unlocked when your acquaintance sojourning with the sisters is you are acquainted with the sisters, you know something of Hunter's Keep, you are acquainted with the sisters, but something has changed. I guess pick over the ruins? They're not even cool yet. Peace in the ruins. No one has come to reclaim Hunter's Keep, despite its proximity to London. The place has an eerie reputation. It's difficult to see why today. The place is as peaceful as a folly in a park. The air is still. Far across the water, the lights of London grow. I've lost 5 terror. The house is a blackened shell. I've gained a memory of distant shores, and an outlandish artifact, which I'm still not sure exactly what to do with. Oh boy. I can continue to look. Oh my goodness. Has anything changed? Why not? Wind, weeds, water, tumbled stones, the garden unwinding gently into disorder, week on week, nothing more. All right, back to London. I'm honestly not sure how to respond to any of this. Hey, it's a boat that didn't attack me on sight. That's amazing. But yes, we returned to London. We have to find the Fathom King, apparently. And London didn't reset while we were gone. That's great. London can hire on more crew, put the ship in dry dock, or a new recruit, which is locked. I may have to pay the 30 Echo for a new sailor. I don't like that plan. But let's go talk to the Admiral and turn in all of our port reports. Oh right, pass on strategic information. The Admiral sits up, although he steeples his fingers and pretends calm. Because we have strategic information. We have 2 strategic information right now. Let's do it. Oh, and we don't have vital intelligence. So, strategic information. Invisible eyes. He's hard to read with those glasses, but he reads the summary intently. Satisfactory, he says at last. Eminently satisfactory, actually. Good work. Take this for your trouble. The clerk will see you paid. Lost 1 strategic information, gained 150 Echo. Something about crafting... Maybe? I mean, the favors and the Echo are pretty good, and I'm happy with those, but it's possible... I don't know. Perhaps you can craft strategic information into vital intelligence, but I don't know how. I'd prefer to pass on and get the favor, frankly. The favor is very useful when my ship is all bunged up. Okay, that's 150 more Echo and another favor. Now, port reports. And what is the day-to-day like on those farther shores? Okay, Port Cecil. The principles of coral. I have no idea why anyone thought that settlement was a good idea. Alright, that's 30 Echo, 1 favor. My visit has been confirmed, and I gained a fuel, which I needed. Hunter's Keep's End. I trust the sisters are keeping well. They are citizens of her enduring majesty, notionally. Well, about that... Open shock. This is ghastly news. The poor girls. We had warned them they weren't safe, but it had been so long. I thought, well, it's done. Thank you. I will have to look into the matter of a supply post. 20 Echo, favors unchanged. My visit has been confirmed, and another fuel. Oh boy. Pigmote Isle. I'm not certain I heard you correctly. What, you didn't want to hear the story of me helping in the war between the rats and the guinea pigs? Report submitted. Are you quite certain this is the report you wish to make? So be it. I no longer have a port report. I've gained 10 Echo. I've gotten a favor despite the response. I have an accomplishment of having surveyed the isle. And another fuel. Holothreme, the king with 100 hearts. What a useful fellow. Without his exports, I'd be delivering my own coal. 1 favor, an accomplishment for having surveyed. 50 echo and a fuel. The chelinate, is it still as revolting as they say? What about the smell? Well, about that smell. I got 50 echo, a fuel. I gained a favor and an accomplishment of having surveyed. Khan's shadow. Oh, these are always fun. Come on, let's hear it. Report submitted. Other officials gather round to hear your tales of bloodshed and debauchery, and the jokes about the Khan that the shadow produces so efficiently and so entertainingly. The one about the Khan and the donkey produces a roar of patriotic laughter and encourages the deputy recorder to unlock the departmental drinks cabinet. 30 echo, 1 fuel. I lost 5 terror because, that was such a hilarious story, apparently. And I have an accomplishment of having surveyed the shadow. Alright. Wisdom. Brr, did the oracles look hungry? 30 echo, a fuel, 1 favor, and an accomplishment. And I'm pretty sure that is everything at the Admiralty, but let's double check with the Admiral. Assistance. Submit port. I did that. What does he need? Information. Okay. Apparently that's it. Back to the docks. The Admiral's room is dark and stuffy. You need sea air. I don't need to repair the ship. I'm kind of iffy about paying 30 for another crew member. Let's go to my lodgings and see if I can't install that treasure. Oh wait, read the morning papers. News from abroad. The Khanate is threatening war. They always are. London's colonies on the Cornelian coast want independence. They always do. The Untersee, the papers report, has undergone another alteration. Not yet it hasn't, you know. Oh, a promotional coupon for Mrs. Plenty's provisioners for a half cask of salt herring. You could use that. I have a recent news and a supplies, and I lost another terror. I'm back down to fearful. Okay, back to my study. I could create a shrine to stone now. I have enough secrets. I have a captivating treasure. But first, scroll, scroll, scroll. Adorn your lodgings with captivating treasures, like the one that I just got. Kill more of the... I mean... The bats are the only thing I have successfully killed in this life. So... But first, adorn the lodgings with captivating treasures. Convert captivating treasures into heirlooms, and they'll adorn your lodgings until the day you die. After that, your family will probably sell them. Absolutely doing that. I did not pay 1,500 for that thing not to do this. So, captivating treasure. Let's hope the silly young fool appreciates the lengths you went to. I now have 1 heirloom, I've lost a captivating treasure, and I've lost 10 echo. Worth it! But now I can't oh, because I don't have the captivating treasure anymore, so I can't create the shrine. Oh well. I mean, I know where I can get more once I make more money, but... I'm not sure what else to do with the... Oh well. So now, when I die, my heir will get some money. Back out into the house, I guess. Continue. There's not much to do here. Well, I could sell off the heirloom that I just created, but why? Let's check the hold. What else am I scurrying around with here? Way too many things. What is this? Oh, it's the Hunter's Eye. Okay. Memoirs, Beginner's Luck. Once per game, something pleasant will happen. This is the heirloom. This is stored safely in your lodging. I have outlandish artifacts. I have some drowning pearls. I probably should have gone back to the Khanate. Did that family want 5 or 10? I forget. I have my ironclad will. I have recent news. Memories of distant shores are worth something in... They're worth more in, what's its name? The City of the Dead up north than they are here. I have Tales of Terror, which are good for something, but I'm not sure what. I have this Crate of Souls that's supposed to be delivered to Mount Palmerston that I haven't found. There's Scintillac. Not sure what to do with that. I have 4 bales of Parabola linen. Does anybody here take Parabola linen? Do you take Parabola linen? No, you want romances. You want romances and silk. I don't not even want to know what you want them for. The Alarming Scholar. What do I have? I could sell the Alarming Scholar my ambiguous Eolith. The Rose Market is still closed because London didn't reset while I was gone for some reason. I'm going to sell them one of my outlandish artifacts. A careful scrutiny. We have something like that, they declare, but not very like that. Interesting. I have some ideas about suitable fees. 100 echo, lost an artifact, increased favor, and gained a fragment. Alright, let's leave the university. The ferret is quite safe. See, the ferret is resting right here. Safe and secure and still has its binky, apparently. So, the ferret is fine. All is well. Also, good evening, mister. Good to see you. I am doing pretty well myself. My city is undergoing a heat wave, so I'm rather warm, but otherwise I have few complaints. Except in figuring out what to do with all this stuff packed in my hold. I don't even know what to do with Zoop. I have 2 romantic literature, but he won't buy 2. He'll only buy, what is it? Yeah, he wants 7. I don't even know where to find more romantic literature. That's so annoying. Okay, let us study the map. I am told that Mount Palmerston is north and east. I do have an entire northeast area of the map unexplored, so I guess that's the next thing to do, is to sail east of Frostfound. So I guess the next step is to sail north to Venderbite, then up to Wither and Codex. Actually, no, up to Venderbite and then across. Yeah, across, and we'll see what's eastward of the Khanate. We'll head straight east from Venderbite, hit Demo Island and the Salt Lions, and skirt past the Khanate, and try to explore what is northeast of the Khanate and Frostfound there. And for that, I shall need supplies. Well, that's everything I can carry, so I guess that's what I'm going with. Okay. Off we go. And as has become the usual, I'm going to stop by the lightship and trade my recent news for a Z-story. Oh yes, I noticed that you'd been doing more board game-like content, mister. I hadn't been able to stop by because I'd been very busy the last couple of weeks, but I had noticed. There's something about opening a special pack of Dragon Ball cards, I think it was, as well. Alright. Give the crew some news from London. Lost 5 terror, very nice, and have a Z-story. Okay. And we're going to swing hard north. And because my terror is already fairly high, I'm going to try to stick closer to shore, going up to Venderbite. Oh! Sponsored content. Very nice. Congratulations. Nope. 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 They were confused. They thought they spotted a ship, but then they weren't sure. Wasn't there a ship there? Well, as far as being provided with pre-release materials and stuff, if you prove to them that you are a joy to work with, they'll want to work with you more, mister. Whoop! Oh, that was really close. I almost dinged myself into the dock. The tomb colony. Alright. Let us generate a port report here. We're not going to do a tour, but we are going to explore Vanderbite. Dissolution. A tomb colonist hobbles towards you. I will not, she hissed fiercely. I will not. Not for me, the sanatorium. Not the emergence. I lived, and I will die. She draws a sword from her sash. You jump back. Tomb colonists, fearless and long experienced, are famed for their dueling skills. She raises the sword, flourishes it, and beheads herself with a triumphant cry. Her head bounces across the ground towards you. I've gained 1 terror and a lamentable relic. Well, mister, I hope that it goes well for you. I hope that the talks are fruitful. Apparently I kept the head. I seem to remember one of my previous lives also ended up with one of these, but I don't remember what I did with it, or if I just died with it. Perhaps the vengeance of Jonah to burn off some terror, maybe? I cannot offer a strange catch, for I do not have one. Today's special, I have a 60% chance of success, and will cost me 60 echo. For at least 5 terror? Chances, I'm taking them today. Fortune! A meal which defies description. The banded pochouane, or I still cannot pronounce that. I try. Owner of the Vengeance of Jonah has identified 7 flavors which are pleasant, 7 which are unpleasant, and 7 which are neither. The flavors of this meal are chiefly of the first kind. Lost 24 hunger, lost 5 terror, lost 60 echo. This man works for me, and yet he still charged me 60 to eat at the restaurant. This is him right here.
Arc_water_bot. Poissonnier.
Maybe. Oh, yeah. That is really nice of them, mister. Yes, that is the thing. Like, I keep trying to pronounce the poisson correctly, but then I get hung up on the nier part of it. For some reason, my mouth won't stick the 2 bits together. I'm not going to visit the first curator. Do I don't really have hold space, do I? Well, I hate this. Oh, right. The temple will buy my memories of distant shores. So let's sell those. And,
Arc_water_bot. Foxwine likes to sing on Sundays.
Foxwine has to sing on Sundays, apparently. I'm gonna buy some more fuel. And more supplies. And more fuel, and man, my hold's getting full. Okay. Time to go east. Sommelier. I'm not confident in my pronunciation of the wine taster either. They're green. Oh, nice. Technology. Don't see me, bats. I'm not here. I don't have time to deal with you. Yeah, mister, if you check my channel point redeems, you'll see that one of the 3,000 ones makes me have to sing for 5 minutes. Ark really likes using... Ark and Green both like using that one on Sundays. I don't want to deal with the bats. I'm trying to find places. I don't have time to sail around in very literal circles. I mean, Mister is quite capable of reading. I know that he can see that there are more channel point redeems than just... they get me to sing for 5 minutes. Reminders. I want to go to the island, but the pirates are in the way. Okay, hold on for a moment. I'm going to hopefully evade these pirates. And then we'll turn the lights back on and pause, and I will find my timer. Tunnel vision, I say. Alright, 5 minutes. I had to sing for Among Us last night, too. That was really weird. Having to sing in a meeting without explaining. Thank you, mister. You reassure me that people are able to read. I know you didn't do it, Ark. That was all green. I guess I'm not going to Demo Island right now because those pirates were in the way. I don't really want to get into a fight with pirates. My gun sucks. We're getting close to the Salt Lions, though, so I'm going to stop there. I definitely don't have enough hold room for the Sphinx Stone, but I want the port report. Please stop trying to corrupt Mister. It's bad enough he's worshipping the ferret. Oh, restless nights. In the watches of the night you pass softly past the hatch to the crew quarters. A man cries out softly in his sleep, desperately. Another. Inquire about their dreams the next morning. What did they see? That is a tough challenge, with only a 39% chance of success. Or ignore them. The captain can't be seen to take these things seriously. I'm going to have to ignore them, because terror is already too high. Silence at the breakfast table. The crew is subdued as they take their meals, but all is quiet in the next watch. Lost one terror. Okay, now, let's get into the port before anybody has any more nightmares. Haha! Salt Lions. Two basalt beasts, cathedral-sized, they frown eternally at each other across the black waves. The north one carries an encampment. Creeping human figures eat away at its features like rot. Pick, pick, picking. There's a supply dock below. Visit the unmakers. Muscular pick wielders rest on camp stools, watching you approach, flashing hit flasks around. An unctuous overseer beckons you to sit. Carry Sphinx Stone to London, which I don't have enough hold space to do. The unmakers are here to reduce the salt lions to rubble, one block at a time. Help them in their work by carrying the rubble back to London. I have enough money to do this, but not enough hold space, so I won't. Compile a port report. Time, basalt, dissolution. That I'll do. Record the activities of the unmakers, such as they are. Rite of stone and silence. Now have a port report to take back to London. And let's visit the unmakers, since that's the only other thing to do. Fungal Ticine and tea cakes. We get funding from the bazaar, it's true, but Station 4, I wouldn't call us Station 4. It's a little grandiose. The stones are stuffed with secrets, but most of them are used as garden statuary or occult basalt ballast. Most of them, some go down to the places under the bazaar. More tea cakes. Lost 5 terror and gained a fragment. I have a timer on my phone, which will chirp at everyone. I don't know that I need more notice than that. Speaking of which, there's the beeping. And that is the singing portion, at least for now. There is a cooldown on that, so it will be a little while before it can next occur. But just in case, I will reset the timer to another 5 minutes, just to be sure. Alright, still not carrying a Sphinx Stone. I don't normally like being called cute, but okay, thank you. Alright, and yeah, straight east under the Khanate, I think. You know, there is a limit on how many times per stream you can make me sing. I think that 5 minutes for 3,000 points is extremely fair, and you will not talk me out of that. Oh, and the crew is having nightmares again. Alright, let's pause amidst all of this, everything that's going on. And yeah, that's still too much terror, so let's continue to ignore the crew having nightmares. We've lost 1 terror. Yay. Oh, no, 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 no. I am not dealing with this. I am not. We're going to try to keep ahead of these pirates, and we're going to go through the Khanate instead of underneath it, apparently. mean, you guys can convince each other all you like of what you're thinking, but unless you convince me, you're not going to get very far. I am not very convinced. Oh, that is something I don't want to deal with. Why are they trying to attack me? That is the question. Nope, just stay in the fog and lose me. That's the best thing. I am not enemies with the Khanate. I don't even have all that much suspicion with the Khanate. Oh, I'm listening. I listen all the time, mister. I listen and I listen and I listen. Acting, though. Ace Chaven. Is there a port around here? Godfall is some distance to the northeast. Okay. Oh, very close. Yes, that does have a port. I'm on the wrong side already. Okay, we'll call the all clear, and I guess we'll just sail around the entire island. That ship that's just sort of circling outside the port is deeply concerning to me. Oh, restless nights again. Still only a 39% chance. We're going to have to ignore them. This is going to get weird and iffy. I got into the port, but getting out of the port is going to be, Thank you very much, mister. Affiliate is definitely a place to be. Godfall. Sometimes, just occasionally, bits of the roof fall off. Be glad you weren't here when this one did. Godfall. The brawling bearded men here who live here call themselves monks. They pay lip service to Saint Stalactite, which fell from the roof, but their chief interests seem to be wine, blood, and shouting. Of wine, the throats of the brothers are dry. They'll pay for something to moisten them. That is, another day, time the healer, no more than $1.99. I've okay. And 5 casks of mushroom wine. Interesting. Of blood, offer them a hunting trophy as a gift for their collection. Of shouting, let them tell you about past and present events in the monastery. That generates a port report, so we'll be letting them shout at us. Explore the shattered citadel. Before the stalactite was a monastery, before it ever fell from the roof, it was a citadel. The fall shattered it and killed all its occupants. Probably. Why don't you take a look? The more foxfire candles you have, the better. Bad things will happen if you run out. That is, if you haven't explored it, and you have to have at least 5 foxfire candles. Oh boy. Let's let the monks shout at us then. Tales. They're eager to talk about their history. The stalactite, they assure you, was one of the citadels of the starved men who dwell in the roof. When it fell, a few of its occupants survived to become the monks' progenitors. How does that work, you wonder, with their vow of celibacy? They become vague and are suddenly eager to speak of the details of passing shipping. One port report for Godfall. Which is all there is to do here? Nope, they don't sell anything, alas. Okay, so, that ship is weirding me out. So, this is some progress. I think what I'm going to do is try to continue eastward of here. just because. I'll turn off the light and try to sneak past this ship again. It doesn't seem to be interested, but I don't want to take too many chances. But I also don't want to leave the light off for very long. So, continuing eastward. Tides of appetite. The names of some of these places. Like Mr. Earlier this evening, you missed Lick-a-Monkey Crag. It's a lot of empty here, actually. You know, we didn't want to speculate too hard. We approach the Empire of Hands. Let us clasp our souls tight, lest the Pentecost apes take them from us. What? Tory Point. This island appears to have inhabitants on it, but I don't see a port. Oh boy, I do see a problem though. Oh, no, 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 no. So, north. North looks good and lovely. North looks marvelous. Oh man, oh that hit like a truck. Empire of Hands is some distance to the east, is it? So it is. Being chased by a giant glowing battleship. Okay. Yes, death. There's a lot of death in the southward, and it shines. Death knocked on my hull for 20 damage. I hope I'm not sailing into a dead end. Well, here's the Empire of Hands. Do I want to know how it got its name? That's the question. A stern reminder from the Admiralty. In the name and by the power of her enduring majesty, a trade embargo and quarantine in absolute perpetuity has hereby been declared on the Empire of Hands. No ship of London is to permit aboard a Pentecost ape without express and prior permission of the Admiralty. Any and all acts of spearfage are prohibited. They know what they did. Beware of stowaways. Keep a tight grip on your soul. Excerpt from the Standard Naval Regulations, Volume 4. The flea-ridden mare. With the regulations in mind, it is surprised to be greeted by a mere itchy monkey in a tattered yellow robe, barely walking with the help of a ceremonial staff. I apparently have no choice but to do this, unless I just close the journal. This may be the end of me. An official greeting. Hello, cries the mayor in the broken voice of one not yet used to human speech. Come, make selves at home. All souls welcome in bountiful Empire of Hands. The crew shifts uncomfortably. They know the stories. It will take more than the natural beauty of this place to make most of them risk shore leave here. An occurrence. Your Empire of Hands monkey business quality is now 1. Oh. I don't know that I want to continue this, but... Port Stanton, soul-hungry monkeys reluctantly tend this trading post, waiting for an opportunity to escape. Or, Zailing the Empire of Hands, communal wooden boats offer free passage to all travelers willing to row between islands. I don't know that I want to do either of these, but I'll read the text. Bloated fleas hop from ape to man and man to ape, gorging themselves without a care for which is which. Ew. Shore leave. The parasympathetic jungle holds many dangers. Step carefully. There is no authority beyond the fence. An audience with the flea-ridden mayor. He is not busy. No appointments are required. Prepare a comprehensive port report. Few have reason to brave the waters this far east, especially with the trade embargo. The Admiralty will pay especially well for up-to-date intelligence. That is, you have to have less than 9 of the monkey business, not have a port report, and you need to have explored a bunch of the islands. Oh, the Zeppelin, intense work is underway across the bridge. Gather strategic information for the Admiralty? The Admiral commissioned you to gather information here at the Empire's edge. That's difficult, but you could pick up a few scraps. This will give you an intriguing snippet. If you can penetrate the court on Sovereign Island, you may be able to do better. No, I don't want to do any of this. Alright, what's the Zailing? Scouting trips. Those, oh, no. No, I don't know. I don't like any of this, and I am leaving. Something about this whole setup here just gives me the willies in my plot writing bits. I don't want to touch it. Also, I seem to have run out of East. I have 1 monkey business, mister, and I am leaving it at that. In the very literal sense. The fuel is getting low. I'm getting worried. Wait a minute. Strange puffs of warmth from the air behind the ice. This is the pillared sea where Irem lies, has always lain. Irem? I remember mention of Irem. Yeah, I definitely ran out of East, and North is definitely not a thing that's going to be happening for much longer. But I can't really afford to explore further north. I need to try to find someplace where I can buy fuel, or I'm not going to make it back to London. But perhaps if I find this Irem, they will sell me fuel. Maybe? Nablus Reef. Okay, this thing's too big to not have a port associated with it somewhere. Come on, Bat, find something. No? Really? Just a big old thing just hanging out in the middle of the ocean with... Oh, there we go. There we go. This way. Wah! Oh, I really hope I can buy fuel here or else I'm in big, deep trouble. I think I remember being here before. Not in this life, but in the previous one. I remember the snakes. Irem, none have ever spoken truthfully of this place. Well, sleep well, mister. Thank you for coming and stopping by. Irem, the pillared city. She will rise from the sea and the ice like dawn. She will be garlanded with red and decked with gold. The seven serpent will watch you longingly from its high pedestal. You will always arrive as a stranger, but when you leave, some part of you will always remain. The house of the amber sky. Rest, traveler. Our waters are warm. Our cushions are petal soft. Lay your head here. You will be healed, or better yet, you will be renewed. Payment in coffee? Yes, please. A place after my own heart, but I have no coffee for them. So, let's compile a port report. You will record what you will have seen. A conundrum. When you will sit down to write the report, you will recall that it was written already. Who wrote it? The report records that. It was already written when it was found. Who found it? The report describes another report, which will indicate the name of the finder. Where is the other report? There is a footnote which describes when you will record its location. When will that be? When all is well, and all manner of thing is well. Now have one port report, and it's somebody else's problem now. Do they sell fuel? Please, please, please. They sell imbettable relics? What is all of this? Soothe and Cooper long box. On first sight, it looks like a tomb colonist coffin. On closer examination, it carries stenciling reading Soothe and Cooper and a handwritten tag, delivered to Depot A, Station 3. No idea. More parabola linen. Can buy a watchful curio for one secret. Threshold. None sail east from Irem. The shop is for those who sail east from Irem. Captivating... Oh! Fuel! Fuel! Precious fuel. I'm gonna be poor after this, but maybe we will not starve on the ocean. I could buy a strange catch here. Tempting. Wind come calling, tales and tales and tales. They buy tales of terror for memory of distant shores. Interesting. They also buy Z stories? No reason to sell them here, though. They sell searing enigmas for extraordinary implications. I could buy an extraordinary implication for 333 echoes. I'm not sure why, but I could. They'll buy Tales of Terror, but they won't actually, like, it has the Memory of Distant Shores on here as currency, but it doesn't actually give you any for it. There's no good point. But yeah, I already have a lamentable relic. I could sell it, but it would earn me nothing here. But yeah, that strange catch. There's at least a couple of things I can do with a strange catch. I'm trying to remember. One of these people unlocks with a strange catch. Was it her? I don't think so. Oh yes, we can talk to her about her father if we have the strange catch. I am curious enough to do that. Let's do that. I will spend 25. Oh boy. And then, because I've been wanting to talk to her about her father for 3 lifetimes now. Her father. She becomes more talkative when she has something to cut. Perhaps you can get her to say more about her father. That's with one strange catch, and alert it to rumors about her parentage, which I have. Do it. Who was he then? There's flensing, deboning, an orderly arranging of scales from large to small. This was the creature's favorite organ, she says, working briskly with tweezers and blade. Don't touch it, the purple bits are toxic. She only turns to personal matters when she's had a chance to rinse her fingers. I get my proficiency with metal from both sides of the family, she says, watching your expression closely. Then, Mother was a favorite with Mr. Iron. She says they only worked together, that Mr. Iron sponsored her work and provided her with tools, sharper tools that do not bend so easily. An occurrence, you're learning about the Clattery Air quality, is now aware of the Clattery Air's claims of parentage. I've lost the strange catch, but I think it might be worth it. I still can't tell her about meeting with her father. Mr. Iron, truly? Find her during an operation. Does the blood of London's cowled masters really run through her veins? That is unlocked with a live specimen. Whee! I could proposition her again, but no, I have sweetheart back in London. Dang, I have no idea where or how one gets their hands on a live specimen. I'm not sure I want to know. Ah well, anything else interesting here? I could buy a watchful curio for a secret. I wish, Green. There are better guns. They're very expensive, and I haven't gotten them. But there are better guns, but I've not seen any tasers. It seems unsafe to be mounting an electrical weapon on a seafaring vessel, however. So I think it's just as well. Oh, possibly, Green. I'm not sure. I'm tempted by the watchful curio. I have enough secrets to buy one. And I remember that one place the king would only talk to the watchful curio, which makes me curious. You know what? I have enough secrets that I can spare one. We'll buy a single curio. Well, enjoy your lurk, Ark. And actually, come to think of it, I do have a lot of secrets. I could get iron from the air. I could proposition Maybe's daughter. Since when do I have enough veils to do that? I can increase my veils with her. How many secrets do I have? I have 10 secrets. I can increase so much. Okay, I can increase veils with her. I can increase hearts with the air. And I can increase hearts with the cook. Huh. I wish I had somebody who would increase my mirrors. Although, come to think of it, let's talk to the mascot. Your Blummigan Gallivanter. It has made its home on a shelf in your cabin. It has built a nest from loose journal pages, the engineer's scarf, and a possibly pilfered map. Chase your Blummigan from the engine room. Gusts of laughter sound from within. Your crew might be happy, but they're not working. Sure, let's, actually, no, I don't want to chase it. No. That sounds like it would have negative consequences. Well, let's just continue increasing my veils. Gained veils. Actually, come to think of it, I'll probably... Let's take a couple of hearts. Because I think hearts are good against terror. Yeah, it helps with tests around terror. So let's increase that stat as well a bit. 42. It's an excellent number. I've still got 7, so we'll increase veils a couple more times. Okay. We have more fuel, we have more food. I'm going to sail towards Frostfound from here, I think, and see what I discover along the way. I'm also significantly poorer, but when it comes down to it, it's better to make it back to London poor than it is to not make it back to London at all. I was watching another streamer play this game about a week ago, I think it was now, and they ran out of fuel in the middle of the ocean, and then they just had to sit there watching the food run out, just waiting for it all to end. There was nothing that they could do. They just sat there. We're going to dip a little bit southward to see if we can catch that next square. We'll remember to send out the bat occasionally. There's brimstone on the wind. Mount Palmerston! We found it! We found Mount Palmerston. Where is it? Directly north of us. Alright. We're going to the demon volcano. Law, thank you very much. Much appreciated. to the port. Into the port. I said in. I don't want to know what that ship is up north. Alright, we have arrived at Mount Palmerston at last. We can finally get these souls out of the hold. Alright, Mount Palmerston. Brimstone, always brimstone. Sullen lights glow green at the jetty's edge. Behind the port buildings, the island is knee-deep in ash. There are ruins here and there of houses destroyed by fire. Far above, the mountain's top flickers red just for an instant. Explore the island. Tangles of thorned scrub climb the rocky slopes of the volcano. That's when something awaits you. Engage an officer, the merciless modiste. Ah, yes, you will do nicely. I need a ship, dear heart, and I rather flatter myself that you need me. The merciless modiste is a first officer who increases iron, veils, and hearts. Very nice, but I do not have enough linen. I'm one linen short. I am one bale of linen short of being able to bring her on. Alas. Alright, chat to the port folk about the Brimstone Convention. There was a revolution in hell, and the aristocracy of devils fled here. Here they plot in exile. That generates the port report. Deliver your smuggled souls. A hooded figure with a lantern waits at the far end of the quay. I will do that. Dig amongst the ruins. Perhaps the villagers left valuables behind. You could pick over their remains to see what you might find, you ghoul. A matter of luck, it could go either way. A 60% chance of success. Alright, first, port report. A shrug and a curse. They don't do us any harm. They stay up there, and we stay down here. If hell's fighting itself, that's good for us all, isn't it? I now have a port report for Mount Palmerston, which I finally found. Alright, let's deliver the souls. A hurried exchange. You give the hooded shape a sign of recognition. It hisses the reply you expected. You hand over the crate and receive a chitty marked with thief's sign. Receive the promised remuneration in London. I no longer have the crate of unstamped souls, which is very good because the customs people keep searching my ship. And I will get paid if I make it back to London. Alright, so this could cost supplies. Oh, I don't like that. Do they sell supplies here? They don't. Unless, aha! A little expensive. I'd prefer not to. But it's good to know it's there. Oh, I could go up to the crater. They say the road to hell is paved with good intentions. But, up the road, do they admit visitors to the Brimstone Convention? Probably not, but you never know. They might sell tickets. Unlocked with objective encounters with the wistful deviless no more than 0. Perhaps not. Let's go back to the town. Okay, let's try digging amongst the ruins. No, wait, actually. Let's explore the island. Tangles of thorn scrub climb the rocky slopes of the volcano. A privateer encampment. This was an empty cliff top above the bleak waves. Now it blazes with color. Striped tents, colored flames, the music of pianola and kettledrum. Mustachioed women and languorous men play chess, carve bones, eat cats, and polish their terrifying brass weapons. These are Iron Republic privateers, pirates whose practices contravene the very laws of nature. Oh, Demiser, you're back again with your pronouncements. Okay, I have two options here. I can attack. They are numerous, but lost to wine and music. You will have the element of surprise, but it's very hard to know exactly what those weapons will do. It's a matter of luck, could go either way, 50-50 chance. Creep close and eavesdrop. The Republic is privy to the gossip of hell. Creep close, and you may learn impossible secrets. A very modest challenge with a 77% chance of success, because I raised my veils before coming here. We're going to eavesdrop. Fragments of meaning. They are speaking of a raid on the Khan's glory, from which they stole pieces of a prayer, a boast that a rival band made about stealing the Empress's wedding dress, a sort of spiced meat which fills the heart with love. But they speak too, almost coherently, of privateer lairs in the Western Wall, of passwords in use, of brass embassy protocols, and of tuning techniques for drawing lost souls close. A buzzing rises in your brain as you listen until your eyes become unfocused and your tongue feels thick and heavy. You creep away before anything worse can happen, but this is an odd and useful miscellany of facts. That's a success, 7 fragment, and gained a terror. How is that a success? Oh, I no longer have the option to go up the mountain. Alright, let's try digging. 60% chance. Who knows? Emptiness. The creases of your palms are gray with ash. Your crew coughs incessantly. You have found nothing but ruined fields and empty shelves. Unlucky. Lost 2 supplies, gained 5 terror, and have 1 memory of distant shores. Unfortunate. Okay, we're going to buy more supplies. They are very dear here, but better than not. Give me back my 2 supplies. If I kill something and give the correct response to having killed it, sure. Okay. Let's pause for a moment. So, yes, I am still trying to work my way towards Frostbound to get back to London. I have even more reason to go back to London now. So, moving slowly to get around this point without running into anything. There we go. And a sort of a diagonal-ish course. Close enough-ish. Oh boy, no. I want nothing to do with that. Huh. That's true, I did not know that, Miser. Oh, blast, I turned my light on too soon. The thing is, I am very tiny and very delicate, and I don't give much for my chances in battle against ships so much bigger than me. Maybe if I see bats again, but... And here we are at Frostbounds. Where I will definitely stop in. Frostbound, towers and ramps and galleries and stairs of ice, raised and spun like an architect's honey dream. No spider ever wove so complex a web. The towers are utterly pristine, untouched by human life, but a pitiable encampment squats by the dock. I can engage an officer, the tireless mechanic, although I already have a mechanic, so I'm not. The tireless mechanic has had enough of Frostfound. He smiles at you over his spectacles, teeth chattering. Brr, so glad to see a ship at last. Ready to offer my services. I'm an engineer, finest you'll ever hire. Treat engines like my own children. Not that I have children. Too busy. Usually busy. Take tea with the squatters at the dock. Some of them wear the robes of Iremi Riddlefishers. Some look like Whitehern folk, but even more ragged. But they do seem a little more practical than either of those people. Quite honestly, Demiser, what is the use of hauling around spare officers? If they're not assigned to a slot, they're not doing anything for you, are they? Ask the squatters about the castle. You'll notice they avoid looking at it directly. Enter Frostfound. A long flight of stairs rises glistening to a sheer tower. There is no door. Your reflection hangs in the cloudy ice. You cannot enter Frostfound if your terror is greater than 20. Mine is significantly greater than 20. Oh, they're stories, I see. Alright. And create a port report. What are the squatters up to? Let's do the port report first, as always. Not all are Remy or Whitehern. There's the odd researcher, the occasional deranged ice sculptor, now and then a very cold, very sad rubbery man, but for the most part, an atmosphere of friendly rivalry reigns. I'm going to take tea. A surprisingly warm welcome. We're keeping the steps for the game of truths, a helpful Riddlefisher explains as she fills your cup for the third time. Every year, the people of Irem and Wither meet here for... She pauses. Contests, she finished vaguely. The difference between a question and a riddle. One day someone will prove themselves enough to enter the castle. You spend a pleasant few hours while the tea is supplemented with Iremi liqueurs, pale Whitehern beer, and something the Riddlefisher describes blandly as snake cake. They offer you fuel and supplies before you leave. We keep enough to spare, the Riddlefisher grins. From time to time a captain gets lost and comes up here, and we always feel bad for them. Sometimes the tense changes in the middle of a sentence in this game, and it bugs me endlessly. Alright, I've gained 1 supply, I've gained a fuel, and lost 10 terror. I'm still fearful, but it's a really nice fearful at 69. I am not going to engage the tireless mechanic because, quite honestly, my money is starting to run out. Now we'll just pause for a moment so that we don't continue to use up food, and I will contemplate how to get home from here. I'd like to hit more ports in order to get more reports. But, I think that would mean heading across to the Chapel of Lights and Codex and Wither. And I'm honestly not sure how my fuel and supplies are going to hold up for that. So I think what I'm going to do is try to head diagonally for Demo Island. I think that's the plan. I already stopped in at the Salt Lions, so I can just sort of skirt them. Oh, but actually, I should stop in at the Khanate and see if I have enough pearls to buy more favor. Since I'm right here. odd little ship that is over there. Khan's Glory. Let's see. Offer a gift to the Taimen. This clan is named for a sizable and ferocious fish at the surface. They have a fondness for drowning pearls for some secret clan ritual. Oh my goodness. Oh, you upgraded your ship recently. I have never upgraded a ship. Oh. That is pretty amazing, Miser. A very interesting tactic. As you continue to play with that, you should let me know how it works. Alright, I do have enough pearls to buy them off again. An offering accepted. In the yellow chamber by the palace entrance, a masked functionary scrutinizes the pearls. Yes, she says. Even through the mask, she does not meet your eyes. She rises, turns, and leaves. Now I have 3 of Timon's mercy. Not enough to do anything with, but more than I had. Oh, no, 3 is enough to do things. Interesting. Plead your case with the Taimen. The Taimen clan has long controlled the White and Golds, the loyalty service who watch Coningans and foreigners alike. If they're convinced your intentions are good, they may be lenient. If your suspicion has risen too high, this will reduce it. I don't need that. I've been going out of my way to not cause more suspicion. But it's good that I have that opportunity now. I still don't have any coffee to give to the leopard, though. A pity. Any shops here? No, I didn't think so. And as a whole thing, attempting to generate a port report here will just make me more suspicious. And even though I have enough favor to buy some suspicion reduction, I'm still not enthused about the idea. Oh, blast, there she is again. Huh. What is that, a ghost ship? It just keeps appearing and disappearing. Now let's see, if I sail... Yeah, if I sail across the top of the Salt Lions and then turn southward, I should be able to catch Demo Island. Something awaits you in port. Does that mean that time has finally passed in London? Because it's been ridiculous. No, I don't really want to deal with that, thank you. I really don't want to deal with that, but I guess I am. And I missed, but they did not. Because I was impatient. Oh no, 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 no. Oh, she's so much more than me. No, we're leaving. We're leaving. We're sailing into the fog without the lights on so that she will lose us. This is a really thick fog. Oh, I'm gonna have to burn some Admiralty favor to get my ship back up to speed. I think... Yes, it's the funging station. I'm pretty sure... I think taking tea with the guy here reduces terror. Alright, we have arrived at the funging station. I&M has a funger operation here, felling giant boleus shrooms for building materials, harvesting Kirli for its medicinal properties. It's a desperate little outpost of something like civilization. Up puffs the affable Factor. Oh, hello, Captain. Thank God for visitors. We'd go quite mad out here otherwise. Ah ha ha ha, quite mad. How can we be of assistance? We can have tea with the Factor. The poor fellow needs the company, and he can spare an hour away from his schedule. Explore Demo Island. Close crowded thickets of Bulgus and Skirli. The Iron and Misery Company fells them daily, but they grow back almost as fast. The interior of the island is dark and wild. Accept a volunteer. One of the company's Bulgus fellers has negotiated an early release from her contract. It's the sproutlings, she tells you, her face pleading. I keep picking them out of me porridge, and me hair, and me eyes. Take me away. I'm a good worker. That would give me a Zeman for 1 echo. Wow, that's a good deal. Compile a port report. The Admiralty likes to keep an eye on Iron and Misery activities. Or gather supplies. Some of the island's fungus is good to eat. Some is poisonous, hallucinogenic, or mischievous. Good luck. My terror is too high to be able to do this. Okay, so compile a port report, which is the first thing I always do. Of course, I&M's activities here don't seem that interesting. Nevertheless, record what you can. I have a port report. We're going to take the volunteer. You pay for the release fee to the Factor, and your new Zailer settles in. Ready to sail now? Unfortunately, that has lost us tea with the Factor. Whoa, suffering. And we can't scavenge for supplies, so I guess we're leaving. If we basically sail straight ahead from where we are, we'll make it to Hunter's Keep. Which I don't know that there's really anything to do there. Since terrible, terrible things happened while you were out, Demiser. The sisters have disappeared, the house is burned down, the maid ran off and disappeared somewhere. It's not that big an island. I have no idea where she disappeared to. She's definitely not on the ship. Just terrible things. Terrible. But we'll see if there's anything to see. I am somehow doubtful, but... Hunter's Keep in ruins. Look in on the ruins. Has anything changed? Wind, weeds, water, tumbled stones, the garden unwinding gently into disorder week on week. Nothing more. Nothing has changed. But we are nearly back to London. Here we are. And the sailors haven't thrown me over the side yet. Look at that. Returning to London, the lights of London welcome you home. This storylet only appears when you've been at sea for a little while. A breath of relief. As soon as the gangplank touches the quayside, the terrors of the deep sea lighten. Walk taller, smile more readily, but what dreams may cling. Unlocked if your terror is greater than 51. I have 80! Coming home, terror is always reduced to 50 when you return to London, if it's higher. However, if your terror was high, you may suffer nightmares later. At occurrence, your terror's quality is now 50. Fearful. Yay! So, let's collect messages from the Harbour Master. All the clatter and song at the dockside. It soothes the soul. Are there messages for you? Something has changed underneath. Someone wants to sign on. The blind bruiser attends to business on the dock. That's all for now. I've finally gotten a new day and the Rose Market has turned over. It is finally a new day in London. Alright, let's talk to the bruiser first. Souls delivered. What a propitious and encouraging occasion this is to meet again here in this place, which has been so very fortunate for us both. Allow me to shake you warmly by the hand, since you have demonstrated your unswerving commitment to fair dealing and honest conveyage. Very good. My patron will toast you. Accept payment, you do need to cover your costs, or refuse payment, announce to the blind bruiser that this pays your debt, and you're done. You know what, I'm going to go with the second one, because the other ones were awful. The not being able to return to London until I'd retrieved the package was absolutely awful. So I am actually going to refuse the money and say that this takes care of the obligation, and hope that this doesn't get me stabbed. Noble disappointment. I will not pretend that this has improved my evening. On the contrary, it has left me deep sadness in my art. Notwithstanding, however, I might say that you have acquitted yourself honorably, and I do not think my patron will feel the need to pursue the matter further. Not at this time, as long as it keeps your mouth, he leans close, tight snapped shut. Good night. Refuse the proposal. And hopefully this man will not come and bother me again. Alright, what am I wandering around with in the hold this time? Well, let's turn in the port reports. I have so much cargo space, I can turn them in. Let's submit the port reports because I don't really have anything else. Mount Palmerston, the Brimstone Convention. They trouble me, Captain. Submitted. 40 Echo, 1 Favor. My visit has been confirmed by the Admiralty, and 1 Fuel. Godfall. Pirate monks. I honestly have no idea what we're supposed to do about pirate monks. What are they up to? Report submitted. 30 Echo, 1 Favor, an accomplishment of having surveyed Godfall, and a Fuel. Fenderbite. What have the nearly dead been up to, then? 10 Echo. Favor remains unchanged because I've been there so many times. And a Fuel. Frostfound. Is it as beautiful as they say? I doubt it. Poets are notorious liars. But liars make bad poets. A paradox, isn't it? Never mind. Your report? Alright. 30 Echo, 1 Fuel, and an accomplishment of having surveyed Frostfound. Irem. Oh God. Oh God. What tense is it written in? Oh God. Look, just read it to my colleague here. He'll give you your fee. I'll be over there when you're done. 20 Echoes, some anxiety on the part of the clerk that I turned it into, a Fuel, a favor from the Admiralty, and an accomplishment of having surveyed Irem. The Salt Lions. The bazaar has always taken an interest in that place. 20 Echo, a fuel. My favor is unchanged because this is like my 4th visit there. Demo Island. You've been to Demo Gate. 20 Echo, favor remains the same. My visit's been confirmed in a fuel. And that is it for here. Let's go to my lodgings. No, wait, let's go to Roser's Wharf. A starving poet is looking for solace fruit. I sold a sonnet, he exclaims, jangling a pocket full of echoes. Well, I still don't have any solace fruit, but the veteran privy councillor is seeking an outlandish artifact. He is there, surveying curios from distant ports, with palace servants in muted slippers. The Empress dislikes loud noises. I have an outlandish artifact. I'm selling it. Let's do it. A collector of sorts. The veteran privy councillor holds a mirror behind the artifact and examines the reflection. Yes, inferior to London workmanship, obviously, but it will make an acceptable conversation piece nevertheless. He snaps his fingers at a servant. Pay the captain. Lost an outlandish artifact, gained 150 echo. All right. Do I have anything for the scholar? Let's find out. Memory of distant shores. No, I get more for those in Venderbite. A Z story, I have other uses for it. A lamentable relic, not a scientific curiosity necessarily, but the scholar has a collection or something. Yeah, know what? Let's sell the lamentable relic to the scholar. Let's absolutely do that. A beaming smile. This would be so terribly wasted in ossuary. They buff the cranium with a sleeve. I think a climbing briar rose will suit this one rather well. A yellow rose, perhaps. Thank you so much. Let's keep this between ourselves. I've lost the lamentable relic. Life is good. 5 whole echo and more favor with the antiquarian, at least. All right. Let us leave the scholar because they keep gnashing their teeth at us. Sure, let's check out the new recruits. Who awaits my attention? Engage an officer, the Carnelian exile. Captain, I know the way. Let me show you. No, I'm not going to read it in the voice. I can't even do the voice. But I know which one all of you are thinking of. You're terrible. The exile is a first officer who increases mirrors and pages. Those are 2 of my lowest stats. That is very tempting indeed. 50 echo for that. But for mirrors and pages. Yeah, let's do it. Welcome aboard. Here I am. A ship, I suppose, is both always here and never there, because there becomes here. I now have 1 Carnelian exile. And before I forget that I have her, I really am running with Team Cute here. Let's put her in the first officer slot. And you know what? Let's talk to her too. She has the discomfiting, even irritating habit of answering your questions just before you finish speaking. I can invite her to dine and ask her to remove her glasses. You'll need to tempt her with the very finest gossip of the Z. Cybershot, good evening, welcome. Mouse? Is that another character in this game or a character in a different game? I happen to notice that this one has a fang. One supply and a searing enigma. Oh my. Ask her to dine with you, but don't ask her to remove her glasses. Same results? Use her to increase mirrors. Tell her a few words of what you've learned. She will do the same. Oh, the mouse! Oh, of course. Yes, the rat. I don't know. There's one or two people in the chat here who would tell you that you're speaking heresy on that one. How many secrets do I have right now? I have 6. Well, that's not enough to do anything in my study anyway. I could raise my mirrors. Maybe in a minute. Ask her something? Unlocked with, at last, Salt's song. Huh. Well, apparently I can't start unlocking her story until I get my hands on a searing enigma. Those are very random. Ah well, to my lodgings. Let's read the paper. Alright, that's the same as the previous one, but I've lost a terror and gained a supply, and recent news, so that is excellent. There is time with the family. Sweetheart comes and goes. They have their own complicated business, but they always return to your shared home and your child. I believe that's how I tell my child this Z story that I have, which is what I want to do. So, let us tell our child the story of the sea. It's a delight, but will it always be a delight? The sailor knows 2 worlds. If you give suitable presents to your child, they will gain sea fever. If sea fever reaches 25, they will decide to run away to sea, becoming your scion. This will establish a permanent dynasty of future Z captains. So, I can tell tales of far lands. There's something you saw far across the Black Ocean. Share it. That is for memory of distant shores. Or there's tell tales of the Z. You've come home safe, but you nearly didn't. Tell them how. There's give them a souvenir. There's a space for it on that shelf there. I can give them my last outlandish artifact. Or I can just enjoy their company. Okay, the question is, which of these is going to give me the biggest return on raising this child's sea fever? That is the question. I don't know. I've never had a child before in this game. Oh, decisions, decisions. Choices, decisions. I'm going to give them the outlandish artifact. Danger of breakage. Your child seems powerfully inclined to play with the artifact. Perhaps it will break. Perhaps there's a jewel inside it, or a map, or a spirit. Perhaps it is edible. Perhaps you should employ a more vigilant nurse. I've lost 20 terror! And gained 7 Memoirs of Z Fever. New total 12. Z Fever good. My Moppet really needs to wash their face. That was nice. Everything was nice. Is there anything I can do in my study? Everything is locked. It's all locked. Have I run out of things to do in London? What's in my hold? I wish I still had my gunnery officer, because then I really would have Team Cute. Alas. We'll find a cute gunnery officer somewhere. The question is, what to do next? In order to continue the quest for my father's bones, I need to find, what was it? The Fathom King's Hold. The likelihood of it being north seems very low. So perhaps I should start exploring south now? I don't see any good reason not to. Obviously, south is where I have very much not been in this lifetime. So yes, I think south is the choice here. I think that's the game plan. But first, it is about time for my break. My coconut water is getting low and room temperature. It needs to be refilled and re-iced. I need to have a good stretch, and I need to wash my face so that sweat doesn't drip into my eyes, because yay, it's way too hot. So, I will be right back in a few minutes.